everyone, this is Emily here again from the Yankton Community Library, and I'm here to give you the prompt for your challenge number 7, Fairy Tale STEM Challenge. This week I've got another short story for you. I'm going to read it and see if you guys can guess what you will be constructing for this week's Fairy Tale STEM Challenge. Once upon a time there was a mom who had an only daughter named Jill and a white cat named Chub, short for Chubbly. The mom and her daughter lived near the river, and it seemed like they had the worst of luck. Jill was always losing things like her bicycle and her backpack, while her mom was losing things like her prized golden iPhone. Ugh, what a bad day that had been. Jill begged her mom for a new bicycle after hers went missing, but her mom told her they couldn't afford one. Jill offered to pay for it herself, but she wasn't even old enough to get a job bagging groceries at Hy-Vee, so all she could do was forlornly watch as her friends went biking along the river, leaving her out. One day, Jill's mom came back from running errands. "Have you seen Chub?" Jill asked her mom. Jill's mom took Jill into the backyard overlooking the river. "The strangest thing happened this morning," her mom said excitedly. "A woman at work came and asked to take Chub in exchange for a magical seed that she said would bring us fortune." Jill's jaw dropped. "What?" she exclaimed. "You sold our cat for a magic seed?" Jill's mom looked offended. "I thought you wanted a new bike." Jill protested, but her mom ignored her and planted the seed in the backyard. Defeated, Jill went back inside and spent the rest of the night moping over Chub's food dish. It had been Chub's favorite hobby, eating food. The next morning, Jill awoke after her mom went to work and went to the backyard. There, she found the biggest cottonwood tree she'd ever seen. It was so tall, in fact, that it reached the sky. Jill spent the longest time rubbing her eyes and gaping in amazement, but then, against all better judgment, she decided to climb. Jill climbed and climbed and climbed, so far that she went above the clouds. It was then that she saw the largest pawn shop she'd ever seen. The pawn shop was so large, she felt like a toy in Toy Story 2, that part where they go to Al's Toy Barn. But even though the shop made her feel small, Jill found objects inside that came in all sizes, human size and giant size. In fact, leaning by the front doors was her bicycle. Jill gasped. There was her backpack, too. Jill groaned. Oh, and her homework was still inside. She even found her mom's golden iPhone. Jill opened up her backpack, yelping in surprise as her cat Chub clawed her way out. No way, Jill thought. Then she heard it. A great rumbling. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," said a low, gravelly voice. "I smell the blood of a 6th grader." Horrified, and also a little annoyed because Jill was in 7th grade, not 6th, Jill packed all of the lost items into her backpack, including a very, very grumpy Chub. And, thinking ahead, also took a nearby bright rainbow parachute. "Fee, fi, fo, fum. Be her alive or be her dead. I'll grind her bones for my ramen." It was time to get the heck out of there. Jill pedaled madly out of the pawn shop as fast as she could on her bicycle, with the giant not far behind. The giant pawn shop owner leapt, his hands outstretched, just as Jill launched into the sky, her homework eaten by the rush of wind. She did not look forward to giving her teacher this excuse. And with Chub scream hissing in her ear, Jill quickly deployed the parachute as the giant tumbled past in the sky, meeting his doom in the river below, as Jill guided safely into her backyard. Indeed, the magic seed brought Jill and her mom fortune for the rest of their days. They lived happily ever after. All right, so this week, your challenge is to build a parachute for Jack or Jill to escape the giant. And this is inspired by Jack and the Beanstalk, the fairy tale. You can build your parachute out of any household item that you find and use any figurine or figure that you'd like as well. Don't forget that after you've done this to share photos or videos of your creations via the Challenge 7 Facebook page, and then log the activity on your Beanstack, not Beanstalk. And then as an added bonus, you can also challenge your parents to write a twisted fairy tale that they can submit to our adult writing contest. We're accepting submissions all throughout July, and they can write you anything that is 500 words or less to a 6-word short story, or anything much like what I read here today. So get creative, everyone, and good luck.